Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Pooja pursuing BE in Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering. My Campex ID is 23EC2008, studying in Semester 1, Section Infinity, course name Introduction to Python Programming, course code BPLCK105B. What is Python? Python is an interpreted, high-level, general-purpose programming language. You don't want Sim developed Python. The name of the Python programming language comes from an old BBC television comedy sketch series called Monty Python's Flying Circus. Python is dynamic programming language, that is, no data is needed. It's also the fastest growing programming language. In this video, we'll be seeing about strings and tuples. Let's begin with strings. Strings are used to represent text data. In Python, string can be created using single quotes, double quotes, or triple quotes. Strings in Python are immutable, which means you cannot change their content once they are created. String concatenation. String concatenation in Python refers to the process of combining two or more strings into a single string. Methods of string concatenation are using the plus operator, plus equals to operator, string formatting, str.join, string multiplication, str.format, and modulo operator. Methods of string concatenation. First one is using the plus operator. Using the plus operator to concatenate strings together. We have two strings, that is str1 and str2. In str1 we have hello, and in str2 we have world. The result is str1 plus str2. When we print this result, we get hello world. The second method is using plus equal to operator. Use the plus equal to operator to concatenate a string with another string and assign the result back to the same variable. So as you can see in the example, str1 holds hello, str2 holds world, str plus equals to str2, and when we print str1, we get hello world. Using string formatting. Python supports string formatting, where you can embed variables or expressions within a string. One way to concatenate strings is by using f-strings, as you can see in the example. The fourth method is using str.join. The join method of a string can be used to concatenate a list of strings with a delimiter. So here we use a list and then concatenate it using the join method, and the result will be hello world Python. String replication. String replication in Python refers to the process of creating a new string by repeating an existing string a certain number of times. You can achieve string replication using the multiplication operator. You can replicate a string any number of times by specifying the desired number after the multiplication operator. So in example 1, we have original string is equals to hello, repeated string is equals to original string into 3. So when we print the string, we get hello 3 times. Next is string slices. Slicing a string basically refers to a part of the string where strings are sliced using a range of indices. That is, for a string, say name, we give a name, that is inside the open square bracket we have n colon m, where n and m are integers and legal indices. Python will return a slice of the string by returning the characters falling between the indices n and m, starting at n plus 1, n plus 2 till m minus 1. String functions. Python also offers many built-in functions and methods for string manipulation. The string manipulation methods that are being discussed below can be applied to strings as per following syntax. So we have str.length, which gives the length of the string. That is, in str2 we have new world, and str2.length will give us the number of characters present under those quotes. So that will be 9. We have many built-in functions that we use with strings. The first one is str.capitalize. Basically, it makes the first letter or first character of a string in capital. The second one is str.find. Under find we have sub, start and then end, returns the lowest index in the string str where the substring sub is found within the slice range of start and end, returns -1 if sub is not found. str.isAlnum returns true if the characters in the string are alphanumeric alphabets or numbers and there is at least one character, false otherwise. IsAlpha returns true if all the characters in the string are alphabetic and there is at least one character, false otherwise. And then isDigit returns true if all the characters in the string are digits. There must be at least one digit, otherwise it returns false. str.espace returns true if there are only white space characters in the string. There must be at least one character. It returns false otherwise. str.isLower returns true if all cased characters in the string are lowercase. There must be at least one cased character. It returns false otherwise. Similarly, isUpper tests whether all cased characters in the string are uppercase and requires that there be at least one character, returns true if so and false otherwise. IsTitle returns true if the string is in title case. Title case in any text with most of the first letters of the each word being capitalized. That is, in my favorite food, the capital letters are M, F, and F again. So this is what isTitle does. Now we have str.lower, str.upper and str.title. Basically it converts a string into lowercase, uppercase or into a title. Now let's begin with tuples. What is tuple? The tuple data type is almost identical to the list data type except in two ways. First, tuples are typed with parentheses and instead of square brackets. Tuples are different from lists is that tuples like strings are immutable. Tuples cannot have their values modified, appended or removed. A tuple is an ordered and immutable collection of elements. If you have only one value in your tuple, you can indicate this by placing a trailing comma after the value inside the parenthesis. Just as shown below, type inside the parenthesis we have inside the quotes hello. Why tuples are needed? The immutability makes tuples useful for situations where programmers want to store a collection of values that should not change during the programmer's execution. Characteristics of tuples: ordered, immutable, heterogeneous, enclosed in parentheses. Creating and using a tuple in Python. So as shown in the example, my tuple is equals to 1, 2, 3, apple and 4.5 under parenthesis. When we print this tuple under the index of 0, we get 1 as output, and if printed at index number 3, we get apple as output. Similarly, we are assigning variables a, b, c, d, e as my tuple. It's a type of iteration you can imagine. That is, a will be 1, b will be 2, c will be 3 and so on. So when we print a, it will basically print our first element inside the tuple, that will be 1. Tuple functions and methods. We have the length function that indicates how many number of elements are present inside a tuple. The max function will return the element from the tuple having maximum value. In the example, if you can see, TP1 has 10, 12, 14 and so on. So the maximum value in this tuple is 34. So when you print max TP1, we get 34 as output. The similar goes the minimum. It iterates to the tuple and checks whichever number is minimum in value, it prints that number. The index method, it returns the index of an existing element of a tuple. T1 contains 3, 4, 5 and 6.0. T1.index of 5. 5 is at the index number 2. So therefore the output will be 2. The count function, the count method returns the count of a member, element or object in a given sequence. So T1 we have a number of elements inside it. T1.count2. Basically what it does is that it counts how many number of times 2 is repeated inside a tuple. So 2 is repeated thrice, then the output will be 3. The tuple method basically converts whatever data type it is present, it will convert it into tuple. For example, we have creating an empty tuple, that is tuple open parenthesis and then closing it again will create an empty tuple. Creating a tuple from a list, what we do is that tuple of inside the parenthesis we have square brackets, which is basically a list. Hope you found it helpful. Thank you.